where we left off in section 3.5 is we got to the point where we wrote out our arguments and we showed if an argument was valid or invalid. Okay, so the very last problem we did last time was this example 3. Okay, and so we wrote the argument symbolically. Then this was the new step right here, forming the argument. Okay, you take your premises, you join them together with an and then the conclusions on the other side. And then you use a truth table and you determine this statement right here, if it's a tautology or not. And a tautology means, is it all true? If it's always true, that your premises imply this conclusion, then you have a valid argument. If there's even one F over here, then it's invalid. Okay, so that's as far as we got to section 3.5. So the last couple problems involve using the standard forms of arguments. I just included this because, you know, if logic is part of your future, if you ever use it, you get used to using the standard forms, and that's how that makes the process a little quicker. So what we're going to just do, I've got this chart on here. You carry this chart with you when you do your homework. It'll make things quicker. Okay, I don't know if when you do your My Math Lab, I don't remember if they give you the chart every time you do a problem or not. So if you just have this in front of you, it's going to make life a little easier. And so we're going to do example 4. Example 4 says this: determine the logical conclusion using the standard forms of the argument. So we've got these 4 standard forms of valid arguments. And so we're being asked to use these 4 things to write down what is the appropriate conclusion. Okay, great. So the argument goes like this: I will attend the concert, or I will attend the volleyball game. That's the first premise. The second premise is I will not attend the concert. Therefore, okay, we need to fill in the conclusion that is valid, that will always be true. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start out the way we start out last time. I'm going to define my simple statements. So I just write down my simple statements in the order that I encounter them. I have no secret magic here for you. You won't get the problem wrong if you define the simple statements in a different order than I do, so don't worry. Okay, so I'm going to define them like this. I will attend the concert. That's going to be P. I will, or I will attend the volleyball game. I'll make that Q. Those are the only two simple statements I have. This is not one that has 3. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to write this symbolically. Okay, so I'm going to slide this up so everybody can see it on the screen. We'll come back to that chart. I'm sure everybody has it. So there we go. So let's write this symbolically. It says, I will attend the concert. That is P. The word or right here, or means the disjunction. I will attend the volleyball game, Q. Okay. The next premise is I will not attend the concert, so squiggly P. I'm just going to put a line under this because that's what the book has done in the chart that I have right here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to compare this. Okay. Remember, therefore is a triangle made with 3 dots. We're going to compare this with the standard forms of the arguments, and we're going to see what is it that I'm going to use to fill in the end of this. So here we go. I'm coming back up to my valid forms of the arguments. Which valid form of the argument is this that I've started here? Yeah, that's a mouthful, right? It's the disjunctive syllogism. Does everybody recognize that? It's P or Q, and then squiggly P, and then therefore Q. So this is the part that I'm concerned about right here, the therefore Q. So I'm just going to fill that in right here. And now I'm just going to write that in words. Therefore, Q is I will attend the volleyball game. So I'm going to, therefore, I will attend the volleyball game. So these problems right here, they're predicated on your ability to be able to write your argument symbolically and then just compare the table. Okay. If I ask you one of these on the test, I'll give you the table. Okay. Just that kind of swell guy. So what I would like you to do, please, is example 5, same sort of thing. I'm going to give you 2-3 minutes to go ahead and write that out symbolically and see which of the standard forms of an argument it is, and then fill in the blank. I'm going to get started on this. If you're still working, keep working. I'm not trying to make you feel rushed or bothered or anything. I'm just trying to split the difference between people who are working a little faster and working a little slower. There's no shame either way. Okay, so just always do things at your own pace. So we're doing the same thing. The first statement is if you close the deal. So I'm just going to let statement P be you close the deal. Then you will get a commission. So statement Q is you will get a commission. So far, so good. Now I'm going to write what I have symbolically. So starts off with, if you close the deal, then you get a commission. That's an if-then statement. So here's my arrow. On the left of the arrow, I've got you close the deal. On the right, I've got you will get a commission. The next statement is you did not get a commission. Oh, that stinks. So that is squiggly Q. Therefore, is everybody with me so far? Are we doing we doing good? Okay, I love it. I hope you're telling me the truth. So now I'm going to go up. Which standard form of the argument is this? The law of contraposition. And so the conclusion at the law of contraposition is squiggly P. That's the part that I want. So I'm going to come back down here, and squiggly P is the part that I want. I'm filling in the blank. And so now my conclusion, my therefore, is squiggly P. So P is you close the deal. So therefore you didn't, or you won't, or whatever. I'm not concerned about the verb tense. I'm just concerned when you take the test, I will just be looking for, did you put a negation in there? Okay, I don't care if it's future or past or whatever. Okay, that's context would determine that if you were really using this. All right.